Welcome back, students. Today we are going to discuss very interesting topic which is very important for your board examination, and also in the competitive section every year you are getting at least one question which is based upon this topic. So today's topic is Kirchhoff's law. Right now, Kirchhoff's law. This law is further bifurcated into two parts: first law and the second law. The Kirchhoff's first law is also known as the junction law, right now, and also the other name is KCL, Kirchhoff's current law, right now. While the second law is called the loop law, and also the other name is Kirchhoff's voltage law, right now. So this Kirchhoff's voltage law is very important, and every year at least one numerical of 3 marks or the 5 marks is coming. So this topic is very important. But today we will discuss the first law, Kirchhoff's current law. So let us discuss. Let us discuss the first law, which is the Kirchhoff's current law. The first law, right now, first law. So 1 year one question came in the board examination. The Kirchhoff's law is supported by which other laws, right now? That means in other law, which other law is supporting this law. So the first law is basically supported by the law of conservation of charge. Law of conservation of charge. Right now. So this law is basically explained by or defined by the law of conservation of charge. Right now. So what is the statement? Let us see the statement. So the statement is, so the statement of the Kirchhoff's current law is, in an electric circuit, the algebraic sum of the currents, meeting at any junction, in the circuit is zero. Right now? So I am repeating again. In an electric circuit, the algebraic sum of the currents meeting at any junction in the circuit is zero. Right now? That means mathematically you can write the summation of I is equals to 0. Right now? Summation of I, you know that summation represents the algebraic sum. And what is the explanation of this one? Suppose in any circuit, the different arms are coming. This is the junction. Right now, in any circuit, this is junction, and here the different branches are meeting at this particular junction. And I1, I2, I3, I4, I5 are the currents, and according to the direction, whether they are incoming current or the outgoing current with respect to this junction, I am indicating the arrows right now. So from this junction, few currents are reaching towards the junction and few are leaving the junction. You can see here. So I1 is reaching towards the junction, and I2 is also reaching towards the junction, while I3 is leaving the junction, I4 is also leaving the junction, and I5 is also reaching the junction. So here, according to this law, you can see here there is an algebraic sum. So algebraic sum, how you can take the algebraic sum? So according to the algebra is simple. If you are taking any particular sign notation, if you are taking this side is positive, so automatically this side is negative. So if you are considering the incoming direction is positive, then outgoing direction is negative. Right? That means for bifurcation, for incoming or the outgoing, we have to use some plus or minus symbols are there. So it is not a hard and fast rule. You can take anyone is positive, anyone is negative, right now. But to bifurcate, if you are taking this side positive, so automatically this side is the negative, right now. So if you are taking the incoming is positive, then outgoing is automatically negative. Or you are taking the outgoing is positive, then incoming is automatically negative, right now. So you have to take the algebraic sum. So I am considering all the incoming direction is the positive and the outgoing direction is negative. Then Here the I1 is incoming direction, that is why it is plus. So I am writing only I1. Second, I2 is also incoming direction, so I am taking this as plus I2. I3 is what? It is the outgoing direction, that is why minus I3. Clear? And I4 is also what? Outgoing direction, so it is minus minus I4. Right now? And I5 is incoming direction towards the junction, so I am taking it is plus I5. And according to this law, all the solutions should be equal to 0. Right now? So here I am taking the algebraic sum of all the currents. Now how this particular statement is justifying the law of conservation of charge? See, anyhow, whatever the charge is coming, but the flow of charge is basically the responsible for these currents. So whatever the amount of current is reaching, whatever the amount of charge is reaching to the junction, the same amount of the charge will, again, that will go outside, or the outgoing, the value is same, because there is no property of the junction that will absorb some charge or to create some charge. The junction does not have here some property that will absorb the charge or the create the charge, right? So whatever the charge is incoming to the junction, the same amount of the charge will leave the junction. So basically this law is law of conservation of charge. So nothing else, in place of charge you are explaining with the help of current, because the movement of the charge is basically the current. So whatever the current reaches to the junction, the same amount of the charge current will distribute or the outgoes from the junction. Right? So this law is basically the law of conservation of charge. Right? Because junction does not have some property that will create or the absorb the charge. Right? So generally I am taking the plus direction this side and minus direction that side. So what you will get? I1 plus I2 plus I5 is equals to, this is minus, so I3 plus I4. Right? So here, whatever the amount of the current reaches to the junction, the same amount of the charge is leaving the junction. Right? So this is our law of conservation of charge. Right? So don't be confused. Whenever you have to apply the KCL, one direction, either incoming direction you should write from the left side of the equal to, and the outgoing direction from the right hand side of the equal to. Right? So simple. Either you see, if you interchange the fractions, right hand side or the left hand side, that will not going to change the equation. Right? You can write this as I3 plus I4 is equals to, right? I1 plus I2 plus I5. That is why I am saying it is up to you. Right? If you are taking the one direction as positive, incoming as a positive, then automatically the outgoing direction is negative. Right? So simple, from all the incoming from one side from this equal to sign, and all the outgoing from one side from this equal to. So simple, you can build up the relation, right? Relation here. So let us discuss some numerical which is based upon the KCL. Right? Let us discuss. See the question here. In this particular arrangement, this is the junction is here the junction, and the question is find the value of this current I. Find the value of I. Right now, we have to find the value of this I. Right? You can see here, the 2 ampere current is reaching towards the junction, this 3 ampere current is reaching towards the junction, and 1 ampere current is leaving the junction, and this I is also leaving the junction. Right? And we have to find this value of this I is unknown. The rest of the value of the current is given. The only this I value is not given. So you have to find the value of this I. So how you can find? You see the solution. Solution. On applying KCL on the Kirchhoff's current law. What is the procedure? All the incoming direction of the current one side and all the outgoing direction is one side. Right now? So incoming direction 2 ampere. 2, I am writing only 2. 2 ampere and this 3 ampere. So 2 plus 3 and this value is equals to, these two are the incoming current, that is why I am writing one side of from the equal to, and all the outgoing from one side. So here the 1 ampere is outgoing, 1 and plus I. See the question again. How we can apply the KCL? We have to take only all the incoming currents from one direction, one side of the equal to, and all the outgoing currents from is one other side of the equal to, right? So I am making this one. So here 2 and 3, you can see both are reaching towards the junction. 2 ampere towards the junction, 3 ampere towards the junction. So I am writing these two one side of the equal to. 1 ampere leaving the junction, right? This I is also leaving the junction. So these two are the leaving the junction, that is other side of the equal to. Clear? Now see, this is the equation. So 2 plus 3, that is 5, is equals to 1 plus I. So here you get the I is equal to how much? 4 ampere. So this value of this I is how much? This value of the I is 4 ampere. Right? So with the help of this KCL, you can find what is the amount of current is flowing through this particular R. Right? In this R, how much current is flowing? So this is the 4 ampere current is flowing, leaving the current from this junction. Right? So simply you can find the value of this. Let us discuss one more question which is asked in the NEET examination. Let's discuss. See this question. In this arrangement, again we have to find the same thing. We have to find the current flowing through this 4 ohm resistor. Right? The value of this I. Again we have to find the value of I in this circuit arrangement. In the previous question, the only difference is here. This time, along with the resistances, the current value is given. Along with the resistance. So here the resistance is only for your distraction, right? Because the current and the resistances are related, but here the complete circuitry is not given, right? So what is the potential difference? How much the total resistance offered? That is why the how much current is flowing we cannot easily find out, right? And our aim is also to find out what is the value of current flowing here, right? So here, because the complete circuitry is not given, that is why there is no need to worry how this particular 5 ampere current flowing through this 2 ohm resistor. This is not our concern. Anyhow, this particular arm, the current flowing is 5 ampere towards this junction. Right? Anyhow, this 5 ohm resistor, 1 ampere current is flowing through this side. Right? Anyhow, whatever the rest of the circuitry is there, it is not our concern. Only in the question, the section of the circuit is given, and in the section of circuit, what is the parameters are flowing at that time, the value is only is given. Right? So here, the no need to worry about these resistances. Resistances here only for the distraction. Right? Only you have to focus what is the amount of current is flowing in different arms. Right? So here you can see that here 2 junctions are there. One junction is here, one junction is here. So I am naming the junction. The one junction is P, another junction is Q. Clear? So if you see here, the 5 ampere current is flowing towards the junction P, and 1 ampere current is flowing away from the junction. So simply, this side, some amount of the current will flow. Right? I am assuming this value of the current is, say, I1. The value of this current is I1. So just apply the KCL at the junction P. On applying the KCL at junction P. Right? At junction P, I am just applying the KCL. So again, the incoming current. So incoming current is only one is there, 5 ampere. So 5 is the incoming. The outgoing from this junction, 1 ampere is going this side, and I1 is flowing this side. So 1 plus I1. Clear? So here you can find the value of the I1 is how much? 4 ampere. 5 minus 1, you will get the 4 ampere. Right? So the value of the I1. So that means in this arm, the value of the current flowing is how much? It is 4 ampere. It is 4 ampere. Right? So now see, the 4 ampere current is also flowing this side. In this particular arm, there is a single wire is there. Now here, again we have to apply the KCL at the junction Q. Right? So on applying KCL at junction, apply KCL at junction Q. Right? Junction Q, I am applying the KCL. So incoming, you can see from the junction, this I1 is towards the junction. So I1 writing this side. So how much? The value of the I1 is 4. So 4. Any other incoming current? No. So outgoing current is I and this 1. So 1 plus I. So what is the value of I? I is equal to 3 ampere. Which is our answer. Right now? This is our answer to find the value of this current I. So here two things very important. One is here the resistances here are only for your distraction. Right now? Resistances are not important here because anyhow these resistances are contributing to provide the resistances such that because of that resistances the 5 ampere current is flowing in this R. Right? So this is only the section of a circuit. So we cannot predict why this 5 ampere current is flowing. This is not our concern. Only in the question find the value of 5. Right? This is the only our concern to find the value of the current. How this current is flowing, this is not our concern in the question. Right now. So and also we cannot find because unless we know the total circuitry, we cannot even find out what is the potential difference applied, what is the other things are there, what is the total resistance occurred. So here only in the section of the circuitry, anyhow the 5 ampere current is flowing in this R, 1 ampere current is flowing in this R because of the law of conservation of charge. If the 5 ampere is reaching here, 1 ampere only leaving, the 4 ampere will go this side. Right now, if the 4 ampere reaching towards the junction Q and 1 ampere is leaving this side, so 3 ampere will go this side. So we have to apply here the KCL 2 times. Right now, so this question asked in the NEET examination. So here only confusion is there. If you students start to think the resistances are opposing the current, so here the resistance is high, then current will be lesser. No need to worry because unless we know what is the potential difference, we cannot even predict the value. So here the resistances are only for the distraction. Right now, you have to focus only what is the amount of current reaching towards the junction and what is the amount of current leaving the junction. Right now, because it is only the law of conservation of charge. Right now, the junctions do not have the property to absorb the charge or create a charge. Right now, that is why whatever the amount of the current reaching towards the junction, the total amount of the current leaving the junction is same. Right now, the law of conservation of charge is here, and this because of that law of conservation of charge, you are finding this one. So this is the question. So I think this is the two varieties more important. Only this is the this is a very complex variety you will see in any other book. The rest of the other questions are similar. You have to apply 2-3 times the KCL is there. So and also you cannot even find the variety of the question based upon the KCL. Right? So only 2 types of the varieties given in the different book. And I have found this one and this question asked in the NEET examination. So only the change is here because of the resistances. Few students get confused. Right? So here no need to be confused. This KCL is very easy. And I hope you understand. And if you have any doubt, so you should mention in the comment section.